Hello everybody! Today I'm going to share with you about some amazing sales that I went to this last week while thrifting. The first sale I'm going to tell you about is actually one that I hadn't planned on hitting. I took my daughter over to the neighboring town to go to the salon, and afterwards I said, hey, why don't we stop by the Salvation Army? It was just going to be a fun little stop, and didn't have any plans on, stocking up on merchandise. And we walked in the door and we saw this sign. Well, you can imagine what I was thinking. Like, woohoo, 75% off everything except for the furniture, which I couldn't buy anyway because we don't have room for more furniture in our house. I wish we did, but we don't. So we walked into the Salvation Army, and immediately I started finding things. And so I'm going to show you my treasures that I found at 75% off. I'll let you know the original price and then what I paid for it. And then I'm going to tell you about another sale that I hit intentionally just today. The first thing I found at the Salvation Army was this figurine, and it's actually called Father Time. And this is a Tom Clark figurine. It was made in 1984. That is on the base, as well as the name Father Time, and of course the signature. $15, and then it was 75% off that. So I only had to pay, that comes to $3.75 for this little guy. So I was pretty excited about that. An interesting thing, I don't really know why his pieces are like this, but on the back, you'll notice that there is a coin in the design, and actually that's an Irish coin. I have a witch too that also has a coin in the base of her design. I don't have that witch handy right now. I should. It's almost Halloween, and I should have her out and decorating with her, but she's a witch sitting on a pumpkin, so maybe I can find a picture of her and insert it here. When you walk into our Salvation Army, there's two entrances, and if you walk to the left, there are shelves full of the collectibles and breakables, and there is a large case in that direction. And so inside that case was this. Now it's kind of dirty. I haven't really cleaned it up yet, but this is a Viking 6-petal compote. I knew it was Viking when I saw it across the room, and I went straight for it. But it also still has this original sticker, and they had a price of $10 on this. So it was $2.50 for this compote. I was thrilled to find this because this actually matches the Viking vases that I had in my last video. Those were also 6-petal, and they were also in the green. And so it makes a really nice set. If someone were to buy all 3 pieces together, they could immediately have that like as a centerpiece or as a collection or the beginning of a collection that they could have of Viking beautiful glassware. So thrilled about that. Now this will also be a great piece maybe to sell around Christmas time. So, somebody could be looking for green glass and not be a fan of Viking and pick this up for their Christmas centerpiece. So because it's Viking and Viking is collectible, I listed my 2 vases at $19.95 a piece, and with the compote I'll probably list it in the $20-some range. It'd be great to sell. I almost feel like they're worth more. This glass is just an unbelievable quality that Viking sells, but it is also pretty common, and the 6-petal stuff is pretty common amongst Viking collectors. And green is also a common color. So if I was dealing with something like a tea berry or, purple color, which I'm not even sure if they made this. I assume they made this in that. Then it would be even more collectible. One of the next pieces I picked up was this hand-painted, made in Italy, a little tray. Now it kind of looks like an ashtray maybe, but I don't think so because a cigarette's not going to fit very well in there. But it's teal with these beautiful hand-painted flowers and this gold trim. They had this marked $7, So for me, that was just $1.75 for this gorgeous little bowl. It's in great condition. I would call this mid-century, like from the 60s. And hand painted. I mean, the gold is usually the first thing to go, and all the gold looks fantastic on this piece. I posted these pictures on a Facebook group that I'm a part of, just kind of bragging like, I went to this 75% off sale and I got all these great deals. And this was the piece that people seem to like the most, which is kind of funny because it was hand painted in Italy. I could kind of peel back. I could see that under the sticker. Let me see. Hand painted in Italy. The good thing is that since it seems to be so popular on that page, then I can also hope that maybe this will sell pretty quickly when I put it on my Etsy shop. Something else that I pulled out of the case, the locked case that was at the Salvation Army, was this planter. And she is just the prettiest thing. The detail, the color on this is gorgeous. It was marked $23 originally, and then they crossed that off and put 15 on it, and I'm not sure why, because it's not damaged that I saw at all. But I guess just because it wasn't moving, they lowered the price, and then I got 75% off of that $15. So I got this for $3.75. I just love this. It's so cute. There's like this kind of, maybe it's a shell or a cornucopia with some just gold designs and flowers on the sides. And then there is, it's got wheels, so it's kind of like a little chariot. And then there's a cherub with like rainbow colored wings and just so beautiful. The face is so sweet. And what's pulling it is a little snail. It's the cutest thing. And I don't know if I can let this go. I brought this home and realized that it went really well with another piece that I have. This little swan planter that also has, well, I'm not sure if it's a cherub, it's a baby. No wings on this one. But this little swan planter with the beautiful flowers, I thought they look so gorgeous together. This one is, it was $2 when I bought it, but it's signed, so it's probably someone's special, like paint at home sort of craft. Whereas this one, although the style is very similar and the color scheme is very similar, is actually signed Coventry, made in the USA. So it was made by a company. It's not just like an at-home arts and crafts like you find so frequently, that painting of porcelain and plates and things like that I have loved to collect over the years, with signed Lorraine or Gertrude or Lois. But this one was actually made by a company, and it's so high quality. There is crazing or slight cracking in the glaze, but that just shows its age. And so, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to give this one up, and if I do, it's going to be for a good price. So I thought this was a steal at $3.75. I also picked up this sweet little dish. Now, this is the second one I have like this. I have one exactly like this in the pink milk glass. And I've had it sitting in my bathroom just holding things like lipsticks or perfumes or cotton balls for quite a long time. I just love the grapes and the depth that there is on the decoration on this pink milk glass. Now, originally this would have come with a small lid. So when I posted this on Facebook, someone just immediately said, "Oh, that's really cute. I have one just like it. Do you have the lid?" No, I don't on either piece. And I frequently see these. I've seen other colors too, like green. I think I've seen a white milk glass, but both that I have are pink. I just love this pink milk glass. It's so beautiful. And so I picked this up because it was marked $4, so it was just $1. And I thought, for $1, this is worth it, even without the lid. It's just precious. So now I have a pair. I might use them together. I might just see if I can sell this one It was made by Jeanette Glass. Now, the thing about Jeanette Glass is that even though they have made some beautiful things over the years, it doesn't really bring a very high price. So that's kind of surprising. It's surprising how something that I would think is comparable, like a Fenton, brings a much higher price than a Jeanette Glass. I mean, I'm guessing that's in the name then, because I look at this and it's just as high quality as many of my Fenton pieces, but it's just not as collectible. Okay, so the next thing I picked up was this silver fade decanter. It's really dirty, so you know I need to get this nice and cleaned up. It'll be beautiful once it is. It was marked $3, and it was actually sitting with the vases, which is why even if you don't think you need a vase or you're looking for vases to sell for a profit, go look there anyway. I have seen many pieces that weren't really vases sitting with that area. And so this one was 75 cents because they didn't know this was a decanter. I think if they had known this was actually a wine decanter, they would have priced it a lot higher. So I was thrilled to find that. I actually have a set of short glasses that are also in silver fade. I have 4. So I might pair them together to sell. I might use them maybe over Christmas myself. But I was excited to find a decanter to put with those 4 glasses. Another item I found was this, wouldn't really call this a trivet. I mean, it's a tile, and I think that it's just meant to be a wall decoration. I don't think that it has any real practical use. I mean, I guess you could use it as like a small cheese board for serving, but this pattern in particular, I'm not sure what this is called, but this is super, super common. This design with a flower with this specific kind of leaf at the bottom, I see this repeatedly. So I have some milk glass mugs that have this design, and I'll post a picture here. And I also have Wedgwood cream and sugar set that also has a design like this. So this is not Wedgwood. In fact, it's not marked at all. This was $2, so I paid 50 cents for this. I'm not sure how much I could get for this. I would guess like maybe in the mid-teens. But I might keep this. I do like having tiles like this on my wall. I've got several Scandinavian tiles that I still need to hang in my kitchen. So I might keep it. I might see if it sells. The image itself is not the most clear image that I have seen. Looking at the Wedgwood pieces, it's very crisp. So the quality maybe isn't as high, but this again could have been some sort of like craft project that someone did. I wasn't painted on there, but maybe some sort of option they had to transfer the image onto it and then glaze it. That's an option too. Again, I would put this to, let's say the 60s. I could be wrong. I seem to find a lot of things that are about that age right now, and it's probably because people that were purchasing things for their home are now moving on, downsizing. Their families are taking care of their things and donating a lot. That was what I got at the Salvation Army and my little surprise sale. That was quite a haul for not expecting to get anything or just kind of going in to look. And so I will be working on listing a lot of those items, and hopefully I will be able to either find a use for the beautiful little cherub planter or maybe part with it for the right price. She's so pretty though. So the sale that I did intend to go to today was a outlet sale at my local thrift shop that I really enjoy visiting. And that one, I didn't get as much there, but I wanted to share those things with you.